Hey, Blush Tribe. I hope you guys had a amazing Mother's Day. So my Mother's Day was amazing. I was able to spend time with lots of family and friends over the weekend, and everybody just poured love out on me. Even on my channel and my family, I had my uncles reach out to me, like start a group chat, like, "Hey, nieces, happy Mother's Day." Just the love. God say, listen, I knew that you was going to need your tank to be refilled on today. So if that is you, I am here serving to refill your tank, because I know that Mother's Day is not always, just holidays are not always joyous and upbeat and uh, rainbows and butterflies, cotton candy, and unicorns. It's not like that for everybody. Sometimes it can really, really deplete your energy. And for me, I just was tired actually from celebrating. I have two best friends. I only have like four real friends in real life. The rest of them are my cousins and my sisters. So, two out of my four real friends in real life, they had a birthday actually one day apart, and I was able to just love on them, just spend time with them, get out of the house. And that was new for me. So that drained my energy. I have not been out amongst my friends and my peers in a long time. So when I stepped out, I stepped all the way out with 2 feet, okay? So I had a blast. I just am so grateful to have people that love on me and that I can return the love to them. And just when we commune with one another, it's no drama, it's no competition. It's just love and just honesty, and you can just be yourself and put all your woes on the table and get real life feedback. So that just brought my heart so much joy. I am so blessed to be able to celebrate with my friends. And my fiance, he always say, like, sometimes when other people are at like a high of their life, like celebrating a birthday, and then you're still mourning your mom, like during Mother's Day, it's kind of like you don't want to just put that negative energy or that sad, damper mood on their big day. So that was just a way that I was able to pull myself out of just the darkness that tried to come up against me and just defeat me during Mother's Day, because this has definitely been the second Mother's Day that I have been without my mom. And like I said, it doesn't get easier. Don't let people tell you that when you lose your mom, oh, these holidays get easier, celebrating their birthdays get easier, Christmas and raising your children, seeing them go on to new stages in life, it gets easier without those people. It's a myth. It's not true. But like I said before, you don't have to stay there. Get with friends to love on you. Uh, Continue to be positive. Continue to just focus on your mental health. Make sure you love on yourself. Of course, I was asked the famous question, well, what is something that you want for Mother's Day? And I'm like, listen, I want Latoya Okia's Sledgehammer course, okay? So sis is signed up. I'm going to be in the building with Latoya Okia. So I would definitely suggest that if you are working on starting your business, if you're working on just stepping forth and using your gift, if you are tapping into my channel, that is my mentor. She gives me so much life, so much vibration, so much teachings that I can carry on into my real life. So it's not like you just sow into her courses and you leave just as empty or dumbfounded as you was before you went in. No, she basically snatches your wig off. She gonna definitely put your edges back on perfectly. Okay, sis edges are always on point. But it just brought me so much joy just to be able to sow into myself, make myself a priority, make sure that I am staying in rooms with high vibrational people that I know that are trying to uplift the kingdom. So that was just something that made me happy. I was just like, okay, I did sign myself up. I was able to get into the room, and it's going to be like a 2-hour Zoom session. So that's just something that I do just to self-care, not just, keep your hair fly and exercise and eat healthy and make money and all of those things. Sometimes you have to do things to elevate your mind, make yourself a priority. That is one way that you can boost your self-esteem, is by spending money on yourself, not just with tangible things, but actually putting revenue into the kingdom. Because once you sow that seed, it is going to pop up out that dirt and you're going to be able to get a harvest. But without a seed being sown, you won't be able to really reap anything. So you have to begin to stop thinking that you're wasting your money sowing in yourself and learning new tools and teachings to elevate. So if you have never taken a webinar, a seminar, online course, or went into like a women's empowerment room or anything like that, it's very uplifting, it's very motivational, it's very encouraging, and you get like a supernatural power when you leave those rooms and leave those spaces. So I would definitely encourage you, if you have never made yourself a priority, if you have never invested in yourself in that way, each and every time I do it, I come and I'm able to press play and using my gift with more authority, more more confidence, more boldness, and just revealing to myself who I am each and every day. So I actually, after taking that step of investing in myself, I actually just reflected on just having so much love being poured into me. And God was saying, Jessica, you are the person that is holding you back from being the Jessica that you know you could be, being the Coach Jess that you know you can press play and be. So you are the person that is having these fears. And these fears just didn't come out of nowhere. If you've always lived a life a certain way, having a 9-to-5 job, if you've always lived this cookie cutter lifestyle, it's going to be different. People are going to be giving you the side eye, like, you sure you got it? My grandma gave me so many encouraging words, like, I know you can do whatever you put your mind to. I know God has given you a vision if that is what you're saying you want to do. We don't want you to be homeless. We don't want you to be walking around trying to figure out how you're going to get London to daycare and things like that. But we got you. We love you. We support you. And I've had so many family members just continue to sow into my channel, sow into my life, send me so much energy. As you elevate in the kingdom, you're able to feel the light energy and the dark energy. So this weekend, I was able to feel a lot of that darkness. I was able to physically, spiritually see like some of those dark shadows that have been trying to be sent my way. But like I'm going to say today, as I've been saying to myself, like, any Blessed Tribe member that have darkness that's trying to come against you, I send it back to the sender. It will not be delivered, okay? Send it back to the sender. Whoever trying to send you some negative energy, send you some fear energy, send you some lack energy, all of that confusion, send that back to the sender, because it will not be able to thrive in your current mind state. So when you begin to get away from fear, so of course I looked up what fear was. So I was like, what is this resistance I'm feeling in the spiritual realm? And I know the devil gonna be mad, because he tried to do any and everything to keep me off this channel tonight, okay? So if this word is resonating with you, don't worry about what my eyes look like. Don't worry about how tired I look. Yes, I'm still pressing play. And that's one thing that you have to be able to do. You have to have that resiliency. You have to have that dog. You got to be able to have that grit, because you will get fatigue, will set in, exhaustion will happen, but it's bigger than you. Once you realize that you press and play has nothing to do with you, when you lay your head on the pillow, you've done your work. God is going to say, well done, my faithful servant. Okay. So when you're thinking about facing your fears, I went to the book of Psalms, and when I looked up fears, I was like, okay, it talks about being alarmed. Like I was saying, like, people are going to be alarmed. Like, are you sure you're going to financially be able to support yourself? You sure you're going to be able to mentally keep what you're doing afloat? You sure you're going to be able to make this business thrive, be able to impact the world? People are going to be alarmed because it's new. You're the first person doing it, and you're doing it well. So whatever you're doing, keep doing it, okay? Facing danger, that is something that causes fear. When you feel like it's like, you may not succeed. You don't know if you're going to be able to be abundant, and God is going to do the things that he's whispering in your ear, that he's going to already reveal to you that he's going to do. You having fear about those things. And to be afraid and apprehensive. That means just basically being unsure of yourself. So when I thought about fear, the book, he took me to the book of Psalms, and the book of Psalms helps you manage your emotions. It helps you think about day to day events that we go through, such as fear, such as anger, emotional, feeling sad, things like that. So I went to the chapter of 34 Psalms, and I started at verse 4, and I kind of read down. And the first one, basically, on verse 4, it instructs us on how to free ourselves from fear through prayer. So if you're feeling fearful, if you're feeling like you need to face this fear, if you're feeling like you're scared, you're apprehensive, it's danger, you don't know if you're going to succeed, pray to your Father. He's there to serve, to be your resource. He is the source. He provides the resource. He's your beginning and your end. He knows everything about you. So if you're having that fear, if you are able to see the darkness like I can in the spiritual realm, ask for God to send that back. Ask God to not, he already tell you, like, no weapon formed against you will prosper. So you already know that what you're feeling is just something that's coming against you to try to stop you from pressing play and doing what you are designed to do. So if you are designed to make beautiful cups, something may come up with your order and they say, hey, we don't have any more cups. You can't stop there. Go to another vendor. You may be doing hair. All your clients may cancel for that day. Press play the next day. Keep going. Do not stop. So if you're having that fear, pray about it. Ask God, listen, the clients didn't show up today, but they coming tomorrow. They don't come tomorrow, but they come in Thursday. They may not come Thursday, but they come in next Monday. Whatever you got to tell yourself to keep yourself going, to stay right there where you know you're supposed to be to serve. The people will come. Not just any old people, the people that he sent you. Those are the right people that you're waiting to tap into your gift, tap into your business so you can serve them, okay? And as I read on from verse 4, verse 9 stuck out to me because I think it's about 16 verses. So I only wrote down a few of them. And verse 9 says, "To fear the Lord, you his godly people, for those who fear him will have all they need." And of course, I underline all. So make sure that you are getting your instructions from God, from your Father. Make sure you're listening to that whisper voice. And as you tap into your gift, you start praying more, meditating more, exercising, start, forgiving yourself and asking for forgiveness for all the things that you've done in the world when you didn't know any better, when you turned your back and did something different than what you knew he asked you to do. When you fear the Lord, he will provide you with everything that you need. So it says, for those who fear him will have all they need. You may not be able to have everything you want, but you're going to have everything that you need. You're not going to go without anything. You're not going to lack. You're not going to be busted and looking crazy and broke and skin toe up, weight all out of control, hair all over your head, house nasty, mind just filthy, got negative stuff coming off your tongue. All of that stuff is going to go away. You're going to have everything that you need, okay? And that just stuck out to me because I have not lacked anything. I have just been increasing with more joy, more confidence, more peace. Peace of mind is a very, very expensive thing, okay? It's so expensive, money can't buy it. So having that peace and learning how to manage those emotions by reading scriptures like I'm sharing with you tonight, that is really important also, because even though I was faced with a lot of darkness, a lot of adversity, I felt like, I still was able to reverse that and say, listen, send that back to the sender. That depression is not going to be able to fly this weekend. I got birthdays to celebrate, okay? We got life in abundance and prosperity to celebrate. Send that darkness back. And of course, you will mourn. I did have phases where I thought about my mom. I mourned. I kind of stayed away from people to, make sure that my tank doesn't get empty. Like I said, I like to stay at a halfway at all times. And when I get in rooms with like Latoya and other mentors that that so into me, that I allow to encourage me, I get to a full tank. But for me, and I would suggest for you, if you're tapping into that spiritual gift, even serving on your job, with your kids, halfway, your emotional tank needs to be halfway at all times. Whatever you got to do. Like before I got on today, I felt kind of drunk in the spirit. I needed to lay down. Combating all that darkness, you will have some pushback. It will exhaust you. It will put you on your butt and make you say, listen, I'll record tomorrow. I'll do that hair tomorrow. Cancel that client. I can't do it. But that is not the attitude that you need to have. You're going to have to get in that shower, do a facial routine. Like before I got on here, I had to do that facial routine. Whatever you got to do to snap yourself back into position. Do not get out of position. This is what God is continuing to tell me. I'm going to give you everything you need. Have no fear. Have no apprehension. Have no worry that it's going to be danger coming your way. You have the ability to speak those things back into darkness where they come from. You have the ability to send things back to their sender. You have the ability to remember that even though these weapons will form, they will not prosper and take you out. As long as you are serving your Father, you are tapping into him each and every day, asking him, Dad, what do you want me to do today? Daddy, look. And it was so good to hear from my earthly father. He called me today like, baby girl, I just want to wish you a happy Mother's Day. Like, you okay? Like, God just allowed so many people to pour into me today. And he knew I needed it. And I think that's what helped me press play today and have such a positive attitude about, even though I was feeling a little jaded about missing my mom, he still allows so many other people to pour love into me because he knows everything that I need. He knew I was going to be feeling how I was going to be feeling today before today even came. So he sent the love. He sent the people. He sent the group chats and all of that about the positive stuff. Like, how you doing? I love you. Just love, love, love. So it was good that I was able to talk to my earthly dad today. So Dad, I love you if you're watching, and I know you are. So yeah, I asked God, what do you have for me to do today? And he will tell me instructions by instructions by instructions. And as an entrepreneur, he'll have you doing some stuff that, your family gonna be like, what? But be obedient, and manage those emotions. Don't let people trick you out of your position to forfeit something that was in place to help you prosper and stay on course. But even if that opportunity fails, even if you make the wrong move, making some move is better than making no move at all, okay? So I have some more scriptures to share. It says, turn away from evil. This is verse 14. We're back in chapter 34 still. It says, turn away from evil and do good. Search for peace and work to maintain it. And what stuck out to me was again, search for peace. So I just said peace is so pricey that you can't pay for it. No money can give you peace. You have to seek that from your Father. You have to seek that joy and that feminine rest from your Father. You're not going to be able to go buy it at Walmart, Costco's, nowhere. You're going to have to get that from your Father, okay? And he said it's going to be work. It's going to take work to maintain this. So each and every day when I press play, each course I invest in, each time that I go and do an assignment, each time I'm obedient by talking to strangers that I don't know and that I'm fearful about talking to because I don't know if they're going to receive me in the way that I'm coming. Each time that I post a video and people dislike it just because I applied secular music to it. People are so funny, okay? It's going to take work to maintain it. So whatever you're doing, you're going to have to put in that work. You're going to have to get that grit. You're going to have to put some skin in the game. And Sarah Jake say, you're going to have to be trained to go for the kingdom. It's not going to be given to you on a silver platter. And lastly, the last scripture I want to share, it says, the righteous person faces many troubles, but the Lord comes to the rescue each time. So don't worry. God is always going to be right there with you. And he's going to rescue you not one time, not two times, not 3, 4, 5, each time. So don't be afraid to make a mistake. Pray your way through your day. Start your day off intentional. Don't, start your day off arguing with your kids, being loud and, jumping right up, throwing your clothes on and going to work or doing your gift. Wake up a little earlier, open up your window, go light an incense, light a candle, sit quiet for a second and see if God will come to you, and he will. Might not be in that moment, but throughout your day, be like Daniel, pray, God, thank you. That's the easiest prayer you can do, is to say thank you. Thank you for today. Thank you for waking me up. Thank you for having me a beautiful bed to sleep in. Thank you for being able to shower, do a facial routine. Thank you for good health. Thank you for just looking in the mirror and just being so amazed at the woman or the man that you're developing me to be. Thank you for having nutritious foods to eat. Just thank you for breath. Thank you for being all boss and lip gloss, trained to go for the kingdom. Thank you for waking me up with a positive attitude. Thank you just for the family that poured love into me, knowing that I was having a sucky day. Far as just, missing a person who you're here to celebrate on Mother's Day. Thank you for having my grandmother's surgery go well and still being able to see her and talk to her and call her and text her. Thank you for aunties and uncles and extended family to check on me and to give me love. Thank you for a beautiful, amazing daughter. All of these things, apply them to your life. Just begin to pray just like that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Gratitude is the biggest thing you can do to uplift yourself and to keep you from being scary and thinking about all the negative things, thinking about everything that's gone. In the spirit, I heard the enemy talking to God, like, take her mom and see if she gonna turn away from you. Allow that man to treat her this way and see if she gonna turn away from you. Allow her baby to get in rooms with people that she thought she could trust and then find out later that they was the main ones poking holes in her boat. All these things happen. And God say, listen, I bet she not going to fold. I'm going to bet $1 million on her. She not going to fold. So I heard this happening in the spiritual realm. And people may look at you weird when you can tap into the angelic world, and they can't, but they have to do the work. Just like you clear your mind, you get on channels. Bless me. Just like you get on channels and you begin to press play, you begin to figure out your purpose, you begin to go the way that God have you to go. And you don't have to be super religious and super judgy and thinking you're better than people. That's not the goal. The goal is just to do your mission. Everybody's here on an assignment. Everybody has a spiritual gift. You're supposed to not just leave it to yourself, but you got to begin to use it. And I just heard that exchange in the spirit where he's just like, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z, and God allowed it to happen because he want to test the spirit to see if it's ready to be elevated to go to the next stage in your journey. So even if you lose somebody that's very close to you, continue to not pick yourself up by your bootstraps, but get into environments like you're in right now, talking with encouraging people. Schedule a coaching session one-on-one. Invest in yourself. Make yourself a priority. Invest in other things, like subscribe to other channels that I encourage you guys to subscribe to. Listen to some jazz music, calm music. Get around friends that don't talk about you behind your back, or you're scared to discuss some of your relationship issues or your kids' struggles that they're having. Get around more positive people that you can trust and that will give you sound advice. Good counsel is important. So I just wanted to share that little story because I thought that was really funny how the devil was just like, we're going to see what she going to do. Is she going to still be all boss and lip gloss? Is she still going to try to keep it cute? Or is she going to get gutter and go all the way in her bag to get what her family deserves? And if you're watching, family, just know I'm trained to go. My head is on straight. I'm going with God. So continue to pray for me. Continue to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Make sure your notification bell is on, because sometimes I subscribe to people's channels and their notification bell is not on. I'm like, I missed another one of their videos. So make sure you subscribe before you leave. Turn your notification bell on. Go to the book of Psalms. Get some of that wisdom about how to control your emotions and what to do when you're going through earthly experiences. Continue to elevate in the kingdom. Pray like Daniel. Don't give up. Keep going. Keep going. Press play each and every day. I love y'all. God bless y'all. I'll be right back here tomorrow with another mental health motivational word. If you haven't got your life coaching session, look in the description. I'm always available. My availability may be, kind of up and down because I'm on different assignments. Okay. So just remember to make yourself a priority. I love you. I'm supporting you. And welcome to the Blessed Tribe. If this is your first time visiting, come back tomorrow. I'm going to be right back here. God bless. Good night.